much for making time to join us once again. My name is Vera Afi, and I'll be your host for tonight's discussion that I know promises to be a value-filled one. So, without wasting much time, I'm going to just go ahead and introduce the guest for tonight in the person of Charlotte MFA. Charlotte, if you can hear me, help me with the surname. Sebia. How am I not mentioning an Ewe name when I'm an Ewe? Hold on, let me try. Don't mention it. Semabiah.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So she's a businesswoman. She does a lot. She does a lot. Any business idea, just call on her. She'll be there. And she also is a police officer. Yes, you heard that right. She's a police officer, and tonight she's going to share her life story with us to help empower us in our individual life journeys. So kindly help me welcome MFA. Let me just call you MFA for tonight, okay? All right, so the floor is yours.
Okay. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share my life story. Maybe some people, after hearing my story, some people might say it's soft, but to me, it was tough for me. So I come from a family of 3, which I'm the firstborn. I have 2 other siblings, a boy and a girl. So I completed school SHS 2015 May, and I lost my mom in November through a short illness. And after that time, my daddy wasn't working, so it was like mommy was doing everything for daddy as well. So mommy fell sick for 1 month. I had to go and stay with her at the hospital to take care of her, changing diapers, sleeping at the hospital. Luckily for me, a friend of mine was staying in that town, so every evening I have to go there to get prepared soup and porridge because she wasn't eating. So they had to pass through. They had to pass the food through straw. There's some straw. I don't really. Yeah. So I think I went to the hospital Monday, and the following Monday she was gone. Early Monday morning she was gone, and it was in my arms.
Wow.
I don't know how that day felt. I was crying. You see how Nigerian movies, when you lose a loved one, you see how they behave. They'll go and hold hands and like be doing those sort of stuff.
Hmm.
So from there, we had to send the body to because that was where we stayed. But the hospital that she was admitted was a Christian hospital. So we had to transfer the body. And my mommy was in the middle and I was at the side. And my other auntie too was at the side. It was like the dead body was in the middle and we were transported.
That's how you moved the dead body. It was in the car with you.
Yes, we didn't use an ambulance. We used a private car.
Wow.
Yeah. So we got to home 6 p.m. in the evening and we sent the body to the mortuary. Then from there, planning of the funeral. And the thing was like, my mommy's family and my daddy's family, through the sickness, there was some arguments that my daddy used my money for money rituals and so and the issue spread in the town. The issue spread in the town that my daddy could not even go out because when you go to markets, like your issue is everywhere.
Wow.
When you go, so basically he doesn't even want to go out because he's a quiet type and It's like when you pass here, you want to buy water. Like, I know the one who killed your wife.
Oh.
One who killed his wife does not even have anything. We are still struggling. Like, if someone should kill the wife for money we trust, you should see the money.
Mm-hmm.
As you should see things, but we're still going through what we're going through. So the day came, went for the body, and that day, fight at the funeral ground
Over what?
over the body. It was like my mommy's family, they are well to do, but
Okay.
my side is not really good. It's not really good. So my mommy's family took the funeral planning of everything. They took it. Whilst my daddy's side too, they were doing their own thing. So that Saturday morning, my daddy's family came to the funeral, and that was where everything started. Then my auntie started like, "You killed our our sister. What are you doing here?" That kind of thing. I was like, the family was my mother's family. They were polluting me against my daddy's family. That like, if they tell you to do this, don't do that, like that kind of a thing. And me, I know my daddy very well. Even if he killed my mommy, I wouldn't take advice from someone to misbehave towards my daddy. So that was how the thing was going. So we were done with the burial. So my mom was the shop that we were managing. We had to close it down because everything got finished and we can't pay the place. So we have to close the shop down. So 2 months later, I started looking for work because my brother, my backbone to be going to senior high, and my daddy too is not working. So me as the firstborn, I had to start roaming for work. I wrote application to Melcom, some guest houses.
How many are you? How many siblings?
We are three.
Okay.
Three.
But you are the firstborn.
Yes, I'm the first.
Okay.
So the day I sent the application to Melcom, I met a friend. The business my mom was doing was fast food. We sell banku tilapia, rice, and stuff. So there was one of my customers that I met at Melcom. He asked me what I came to do. Then I said, "Oh, I brought my application." He was like, "You know the manager, so let's go so that he will go and introduce me so that me getting the work will be easier for me." So we went there, he spoke to the manager. So he was driving me back home. All of a sudden, I realized that where he was going wasn't the way to my house. And we learned that we landed in front of a guest house. And I was like, what are we going to do at a guest house? And he was like, as your company, go and do something. And I said, then let me be in the car. He should go and do whatever he wants to do, and he'll get back to me. This guy said no. Hey,
Hmm.
then he was like, and when he sent me to the manager, it wasn't for free. And I was like,
Ah.
I've not even gotten the work yet. How can you do that? So I just took my taxi and left. Took my taxi and I went back to the house. So from there, I was in the house one time when one of my daddy's friend came that there was, I think, youth employment. They are employing people. They're about to start the program, so I should come in. I think the program was for 2 weeks. But at the time he came to tell me, it was left with 3 days for them to finish. So I had to go and join them. So I went, took my things. Luckily for me, my house is not far from Whole Depot. That was where they were doing the training. So I picked my things and went. So the day I went to write my name and I'll give my particulars. The following day we'll go for the last class. They've already done 1 week and passed. But for me, I had to use the following day to learn everything that they have learned and write exams the following day. So we went through, we passed out. But I think 2 months that we didn't work, but we were paid 3 months salary. So that was, I used that money to revive my mommy's business back in. My daddy was doing the business whilst I said as I was going to work. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So my dad was doing the business while I also go to my youth employment job.
Your dad was doing the food business.
The business. You know, I have to be going to work every day.
Okay.
Dad took over the business whilst I also go to work.
Okay.
So on and on, I was doing the work. Sometimes the pay doesn't come and things were so difficult, but I was still going. So in 2018, my daddy said, oh, I've been in the house for so long, so I should buy form and go to school. So I went to buy you some forms this time because I didn't want to be a regular. I wanted to be helping my dad at the shop as well. So I bought the distance one, went through the exams and gained admission. When I gained that, I think it was that time too that I bought the elite forms.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw the news in the Daily Graph. Although it wasn't my passion, but I was like, since like I've become the breadwinner of the family, I have to sacrifice for my siblings. So I bought the forms. The following day was documentation. I went and I was disqualified.
Oh. Why?
I went and I was, but I'm not really poor. So I think the house was 1.5 something. That's what you're supposed to get, but I was 1.67. So the guy said I should try again next year. I said for here. Me, I've come a long way. I can't just go home like that. Hey, I was there till evening. I went there dawn. I was there till evening because I can't come and go the same. No, I have to hear good news. So I was there. So I had to call my brother, and my brother said, I should just go home. Everything will be fine. That evening, I cried. I cried a lot. So I went through the exams, the screening and everything, went for medicals as I was still looking up to the admission. So I was asking myself, so if this admission comes, what am I going to do? Because I don't really have the money involved that I was going to use to pay the school fee. I was just hoping that something would come up. So I was trying to get some people for help before the admission comes. So I went to some of my daddy's friends because my dad, he's really shy and asking for help was really hard for him. So I said, well, let me do it myself. And could you believe that my daddy's friends, like, they wanted to sleep with me before they helped me?
Anyway, I'm not too surprised. I have my own experience with them. So,
so and this issue too, I can't tell my dad because he will get angry.
yeah.
So I just kept it to myself. So I was just there and this admission came. Hey, I think the money was 3,000 something. But I managed to save 1,005 when I was doing my youth employment. So I was having that. So I think I was left with 800 or 700. I was not getting enough to get this money from. Then I was just praying that, then this police thing should just appear from nowhere so that I can just go.
Mm-hmm.
So the following day, I said, this one day I have to fast. So that the whole day I said I will not eat anything. I'll fast. God must do something. I can't continue suffering like this. So after my fasting, the third day, then I got my appointment letter. Say hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Now buying of the things has become a problem, and we had 7 days to buy everything on the prospectus and go. So luckily for me, my auntie's husband called me and gave me the money that I should go and buy everything. But before then, I sent this thing to my church for help. The church that I've been attending for almost, I think, getting to 9 to 10 years. It was a new church. And it was me and my dad and my siblings that started the church. So it was like we were old to the church. The pastor told me that, oh, God will do it. God will do it. God will do it in one, God will do it in two, God will do it in three. So I was just lucky that one husband called me and I went to the money and bought everything. I bought everything to the day I will leave my training school to no transportation. Hey, I packed my chobos, my bag, and everything inside. Sitting down, my dad had to start making calls. In that morning, my dad called my pastor for him to send him 200 today. I train at Upper East. The journey is very long and the transportation is very hard. So he asked for 200 cities. My pastor said, oh, he just finished burying his in-laws, so he's not having any money. Church where we pay tithes, we contribute, when they are raising funds, we also partake. We are not really helping. And I don't know whether it was like at first they were thinking I was going to community police and youth employment. They were not taking the thing serious. They didn't really know that it was the police itself that I was going to. So luckily for me, one of my daddy's friends sent him money that morning, 400 cedis. And I just went to the station and made a call. So when I went for the training, we took our documents and everything, went to our dormitory. The following morning, I nearly took car and went back to home.
Why?
Because over there, Upper is the weather.
Yeah, it's hot.
That time when we went, it was around December, so there was cold. Very cold. Hey. And it's something new that we have come to see. Like they will just shout, "Wake up! Everybody wake up! Dress! We are going for jogging!" Like training school, everything is hey. There's nothing soft there. Hey. Also, once in a while, the pastor will call me and pray for me.
The same pastor that didn't give you the money.
Pray for me, or everything will be okay. So God willing, July 2019, I passed out, came back home. I came back home and I went to church on Sunday, and they were already asking me for my first week when my salary comes. And I was like, I didn't want to laugh. So I just told him, when the salary comes, I'll bring my first food. I just in my head.
So I missed that. Did you say the pastor called you to pay?
No, I went to church. You know, when I came back after training, when I came back home, I went to church. Then he told me that when my first salary comes, I should bring my first fruit. And that first fruit is the whole of that money that they are going to pay me. The whole of that money that they are going to pay me. So I was asking myself, my dad borrowed money for me to travel. And even as I was there, although they were giving us allowance, I still had to be taking money from him. So I all those debts. I can't let my dad settle those debts. So I started when I was posted to the Western region, Takrali. started work. Started work in September. Then my daddy too fell sick in December. Fell sick in December. The thing was on and off. You know, when you start a new work, you are not entitled to leave. But because I was working under a good boss, he gave me the chance to go and go and take care of my dad. So I was in the house for almost 1 month. In the house for 1 month, taking care of my dad. And the thing was just on and off. When we go to the hospital, he will be okay. When we bring him back to the house, the thing it will become something else. It will become something else. So I had to ask for extension to do it too. And the extension too got finished. Now I don't have anything to go back and go to work. So the last of it, the doctor was like, you have to cut his legs because he was going through this diabetic something.
Oh.
Legs were getting rotten and were buying medicine. So the doctor advised him that that's the only way that you can stay alive.
Hmm.
My daddy too said they've never cut anybody's leg in the family, and so he wouldn't be the
Will not
first.
be the first.
He will not be the first. So he was not going to do it. I had to beg my dad. To beg my dad. He said no. And they have to call elders to come and talk to him. He said then it's better he dies than for them to cut his leg. So I was there one day and they said they want to start dialysis on him. So I should send 4,000 cedis. It's like, hey, me that I've just started working. It's not even up to 6 months. And I was still paying debt. So I had to go to my boss, raise some money. I called some few friends. I called some friends and they disappointed me. And it was really hard. It was really hard because I called some people that I thought they could help me, but even it's as little as 100 cedis because I wouldn't ask someone for a bunch of money. So I was asking people like if it is 100 cedis or 50 cedis, you give me so that because time was running out. So I got the money, sent it. They started I learned they were going to do it 8 or 9 times with the money I sent. So they did the first one, second one, third one, then he gave up. Then he gave up. You know, he was not talking. So I called my auntie to check how things were going. And he was like, oh, she was like, she's in the market, so she will call me back. I realized that my auntie was avoiding me. I didn't know because I wanted to talk to my dad. And he was like, oh, right now she's here. Another time she's here. So I was not getting the thing. Then my heart started beating. So I sat down and two of my colleagues said I should escort them somewhere. So I escorted them and we're going. Not knowing, my auntie called. He knows one of my senior men, so he called them and she called them and told them everything. So it was like the issue even got to the office before even me, even got to even my boss. So as they took me out, then the guy just broke the news to me that my dad is no more. And I said, hey, why me? Like, what have I done wrong that at this young age I have to lose both of my parents?
How old were you then?
2020. Oh, I'm 25 now, so I think I was 23.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 23 by then. So as he's gonna have to go home and start preparing for the burial, and it was COVID, and with the work I do, I have to take instruction as the president said. So he died 22nd April. So we buried him 9th May. Because of his condition, we didn't want him to be in the mortuary for long. And could you believe that the church we've been attending for almost 9 to 10 years denied my family? They said my dad is a member of the church, so they will not bury me.
Hey.
They did the same thing to me.
No. You are telling me that the same church that the pastor was calling you to come and sow your first seed
Yes.
and everything, they denied your family.
Yes. They denied burying my dad. They said my dad, when he fell sick, the church not. Do you know the head pastor doesn't even come and visit my dad? He will send people, like he will send elders, but for him himself to come and visit him at the hospital was even hard. So my aunties were furious because the sacrifice my dad has sacrificed for the church, it was like it's useless. Like it I don't know. Just because I've seen that the church now, when you have money, that is when they respect you.
Oh yes.
And maybe
It's
they use
about
you.
your money, most of them.
That
That's
is
why
when they
personally I've been advised to avoid young churches, like churches that are just coming up now. Most of them.
So like I was like, this church that is even built, my dad's blog, he is not having money to give to the church, but he's having materials to give to the church so that they will build the church. So I was like, and from where our house is and to the church is very far. So people when we are going to church, people will be like, there are churches around. Why don't you just? But you go far. We're staying at almost close to Pengwe. I don't know if you know there.
I know.
Yes. Then the church is at where Kabakaba Hill. You know Kabakaba Hill.
Yeah.
You can see the distance. When we go for all night and we close late, we still go back home. And our house is a new site. It's not that people are building houses, so there are still bushes around. And where we are inside, very inside. So upon all these sacrifices, the church denied us, and they claim my auntie was going around seeking for help. When the church is not doing anything, what do you expect the family to do? Where they can get source of help, that is where they will go to. Whether it's going to be traditional or from the church. You see that you see what you see what I'm trying to go to. Because your member is sick, at least when you are coming, people should use this for medicine because diabetic patient, you have to be checking whether it's low, high, and buying medicine up and down. So they decided that they will not bury my dad because my dad was not a member. Died. He was not a member as he died. And some of the church members called me that I should go and apologize to the pastor. And I was like, no, what has my daddy done? Or what have I done? And just because they were asking me for my first fruits and it was not coming, they thought I disrespected the church. The church helped me. That's where I am today. And I don't want to.
Wait, so I hope you no longer go to that church.
Oh, please. Now I'm attending Lighthouse.
Okay.
Yes. So I'll be there, and when my dad died, I'll be there, and some people will call me there. They are saying that because I didn't pay my first food, that is the reason why I lost my dad. I said, how can you say that? How can you? And and there was
the thing is like a movie.
Seriously.
No, the church is in Volta. It's not in Accra.
Volta. The church is in. So I had to. My elder sister came. We had to go up and down, canopy, this. So my daddy's friends, they came together and they went to invite the pastor to come and officiate the funeral, and he also accepted. And because it was COVID, I didn't really invite a lot of people because I don't want police to come and arrest police at the funeral. So that Saturday, none of the church members came for the funeral. None of them came. None of them came because they felt the family disrespected them, took decisions on their own and stuff. So we buried my dad. I think it's 2 years now. Yeah, 2 years now. Mm. So I've been everything for my siblings, mom and dad, my siblings. My backbone is in the tertiary and the last one is in secondary school.
So you have sisters or brother and sister, the two behind you?
I have brother and sister.
Oh, wow. You've been through a lot. At the point, I was even thinking I was in a Nigerian movie because this one, dear. Okay.
After we buried my dad, and I learned when the pastor is preaching, I become a sermon sometimes.
Hey.
As I've disrespected the church, curse will follow me. They were just saying bad things. Me, I don't respect. What I was listening to my family, I was listening to the church. And I was like, if I were to listen to the church, like, how is it going to be? Because it will be at the long run, they will still not going to bury my dad. How am I going to face my family now? I keep telling people they helped me to be where I am today, and I turn my back on the church.
They helped you with what?
I don't know. I don't know what they helped me with. I don't know.
Gina is saying prayer. Let me just see. You've been through a lot. Let me just quickly go through some of the advisable. Anyway, let me just quickly go to the beginning. See if I can read some comments. Okay, so okay, so someone wanted to confirm if all these were happening in Ghana. Yes, Ghana, Volta region. Okay, this sounds like a Nigerian movie. I know, right? So the guy that introduced you to the manager too, what was his issue? You didn't even ask him. Then you just send me to manager and you want compensation right away. Hey. Wait, so what happened after the guest house? Did you follow him in? No, Gina, she didn't. She picked taxi home. She didn't follow that. Let me not say anything. I really have issues with churches on this basis. A lot of people do actually, because sometimes it feels like they are only after the members' money. They only preach, come and sow seed, come and pay your tithe. You go to heaven. But when you have issues as a church member, the pastor will be telling you that, oh, it is well, those things, and the pastor will be driving Range Rover when the church members are suffering. So most people have issues with this new day pastors. This story has really shocked me. That's Upper East for you from Fulera. Okay. Same pastor that didn't give you. Hey. Someone said I look at you. Thank you. Okay, someone, I think your friend is Noella Honam. She said
Yes.
she's a witness. It wasn't easy like how she's narrating. That's the beautiful thing about healing. When if she were to narrate this thing while it was happening, I'm sure she would be drowning in her own tears by now. But she has moved on, she has healed. That's why in life, one thing I've learned is don't speak about your pain when you haven't healed. You get me? When the thing is still happening, when you are still going through that process, don't talk about it because you will break down and you will not really learn any lesson from the situation if you are discussing it in the situation. So you have to always learn to keep to yourself, heal from that situation, then you can now talk about it because at that time you know the good and the bad from it. Okay. Gina said, let me shut up. She doesn't want to say anything. Princess said, it is well, dear. I'm proud of you. May the good Lord open bigger doors for you. Amen. I hope you stopped that. Yes, she did. Church in Accra, no Volta. My dear, you are a warrior. Yes, she is. God bless you. God bless you. Really touching story. God will bless you more, MFA. Now you are police, you should arrest them. Victoria is saying that you should arrest them.
God help with them.
MFA. But Mrs. Vera, life is bad to some of us. So actually, V30, I don't know who exactly you are, but I think at every point in time, people are fighting issues. People are dealing with issues that they don't talk about. Trust me. Me that I'm sitting here, no, you can see me looking good, wearing nice hair and all those things. But if I open 10% of the things I'm going through to you, you will think that you're in the production of the Nigerian movie. You get me? So most often, that's why they say social media is a scam and all those things. Most often, people are going through things. People just sometimes have trust issues. They don't want to discuss this or they are still dealing with it and healing. So let's always remember to be grateful in life and whatever you are. If God has given you that battle, it means that you can handle it. And after you've healed, you can come out and use your experience to empower the next people like MFI is doing in this case. Listen that she has gone through. We are all thinking it's a movie, right? So the next time someone close to us is experiencing this thing, you know that okay, someone you know has gone through this. She didn't die. She's still here, a strong woman. I even thought you were older than 25. Trust me. I thought you were way older than 25. So for you to be able to stand back on your feet and achieve all these things, I applaud you. You've done so well. Okay. So V30, I hope that answers it. Which school in the Upper East? Kulera wants to know the police school you went there to. Mention the name of the church. Hey, Gina and Voweless. If I don't mention why?
No. Yes, as it is.
Please to be posted. Yeah. Jennifer, that's how I was saying she shouldn't mention the name of the. if you insist on knowing the name of the church, I can put it on our WhatsApp page, but for it to be mentioned here, no. I should check my sound there. Someone is saying I should check my sound. Is there feedback from me? Okay, Charlotte, reduce your volume a little when I'm talking and let's see if it will help because I think there's a feedback that Adele, boss lady Adele wants me to check. Okay. The churches,
Okay.
these churches made a lot of people, what? If you even invite them, they'll be insulting you. Yes, sis, God bless you. So this churches made a lot of people. I think there's a typo there. I don't really understand that one. This is Portia. Oh, okay, Portia. I didn't know. Then I have to change your username for you. God is helping some of us. So God bless you. God bless you too. Your sound is not clear. Wow. My sound is not clear. Please, we are almost done. So manage it for me today. I don't know. I think I have to connect to an external speaker, but I can't do that as at now. So please bear with me. Mrs. Vera, you said you have problems too. Oh, Portia, but we all have issues. Life is not all rosy, right? I'm not saying I have an issue right now, but I'm saying that even if I had, you wouldn't say it outrightly on me. That's what I'm trying to say. Everyone actually has issues. Exactly, Jennifer. So, MFA, back to you. We have approximately 17 minutes to the end of this session. By far, it's been a very mind-blowing one. Like, it has opened our eyes to a lot of things that we didn't know were actually happening this close to us. You know, these things sound like the days, things that don't happen, like you lose your spouse and the family are now fighting you over the corpse, blaming you that you killed your wife, and then to the church denying you, and you witnessing all that at this young age is something that a lot of people would have folded from. So kudos to you. So you can continue if you have any others blessing you want to share with us. We are open to receive it.
Okay. So I've just realized that in this life, you don't have to give up. You don't have to give up. So right now, I see myself to be the toughest person, because with all this I've gone through, sometimes when I sit back, like, I cry. But it's not that I'm sad, but I'm happy that at least I got somewhere before I lost my dad, because I don't know what I was going to be doing. Because when I lost my mommy, you see family members coming for a number. Oh, after the funeral, we'll see what to do. Those kind of things. Nobody. No, I think for almost 4 to 5 years, nobody calls to ask how we are, how we are doing. Sometimes food was so hard to get. Sometimes you had to sleep on empty stomach. So if today I can afford any food for myself, why shouldn't I be grateful to God? He, he has he has done so much. He has done so much for me. So in this life, don't give up. Whatever you want to achieve, you can achieve it only if you are determined and you are not procrastinating. You will get whatever you want in this life. Nothing is too hard. If some people are able to make it, why can't you also make it? And you just pray. Prayer is the most important thing as well. Prayer is the most important. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much. See, thank you so much. Let me see the remaining part. The sound is okay. All right. Everyone has problems. Greet, greet my sister for me. Sly Bobo. Who is that? But I'm still crying for sis MFA. She has conquered. Just saying, since your dad was diabetic, MFI, you need to start checking and be careful, please. It is genetic. It's very, very true. You know, the last time I saw this clip on TikTok or so, and the doctor was saying that sometimes you have to stop blaming your village people and go and run a check on yourself. Go and do tests to find out the medical history of your family. Is there hypertension? Is there stroke? Is there diabetes? How did the elderly people die? Is there any sickness pattern in the family? Because these things, most of them are genes. You need to find out those things so that if they said someone died at 40 due to this sickness, you make sure you start checking yourself 10 years or more and take good care of yourself. Sometimes just sitting down and praying, God gave us the ability to think, to reason, and take good decisions. So if you can reason, you have to also take care of yourself whilst you pray for ultimate protection. So what Gina said is a very, very valid point. We need to also make sure we check ourselves, whether how your parents died or not. It's just important that as we are growing in the 20s thereabouts, we need to start taking our health very seriously. Because trust me, from what I have seen, when you don't take care of yourself and you grow and all these sicknesses start pouncing on you at the same time, and you think that the hospital is going to save you, it's almost a 10% possibility that that is going to work. You're going to end up taking a lot of drugs, expensive drugs, put stress on your finances or your family's finances, and it almost most of the time doesn't end up anywhere. Even if it works for you, you have to be on it for a very long time. You can't eat certain things, you can't sleep, you can't do this. So whilst we still have the ability to choose and plan our health well, let's try to eat healthy. If you want to eat junk, do it once a month, twice a month, and that is like, it's difficult to work towards healthy diet, but let's try to be active and all those things. It will help you, it will really help us. So Gina, thank you so much for that. You are tough indeed. Yes, she is. Oh dear, you are strong. Okay, family na scam. Jennifer, as for that, there no cap. Family is a big scam. No matter how good your family is, I think it's usually just the nuclear that you can look up to. Let me not say rely, or you can look up to maybe come through for you or something. But most of the time, once you are born on this earth, you are literally on your own. So the earlier we get that in, the better prepared we are for future events. Because when things happen, everyone will be like, oh, don't worry, I'll call you. There is my card, call me. Then no one cares. Everyone is busy with their life. So that's why we have to take care of ourselves, because when yours ends, no one cares about you or your family. You are gone. You are gone. When you are alive, they had to put up a show for you. But now that you are gone, they don't care. You can't touch them. So that's another lesson for us. Yes, never give up in life. Mrs. Vera, this platform, go higher. Everything is figurable. Yes, you can figure everything out. You just need to relax, and patiently plan things. You can figure everything out. So far as you are not a complacent person in life, you don't end up blaming people for where you are today. Imagine MFA after the mother's death, she just decided to tie duku and tie wrapper and be saying, me father, my mother has left me. You imagine she was in that, she would have been quite begging for pity party all this while, but she moved on, because that's life. We have to just keep going, so let's always try to figure things out patiently. I almost gave up last week. Hey, Portia, I'll reach out to you privately. Why? I don't know what you mean by that, but please, you and your younger ones need to check yourself as well. Yes, your siblings. Yeah. We all need to, emphasize it on that. We all need to check ourselves. Life treating human passing through. I don't really, Portia, I think there's a typo there. Life treating human a lesson. Passing through tough times is serious nowadays. Okay, so you're trying to talk about the fact that passing through tough times nowadays is very serious. Yes, it is. Stop depending on family. If you are here, stop it now. I think we have hammered enough on that. They will promise heaven on earth. Trust me, Noella, they will. Thank you for sharing your story. Yes, thank you so much, MFA, for sharing your story. And then thank you for volunteering to share it, because when you reach out, I was like, well, she must really have something to share, because it's not everyone that feels okay to come out and share this part of their life with people. So thank you so much for doing us the honor. We really appreciate it. We would, our community, we are always there to listen to you and come through for you if you need any help. So feel free, and then let us connect and help each other out. So thank you so much. We'll continue to pray for each other. Everyone should stay safe. We'll be back again next week, same time, with another person to share another inspiring story with us. Thank you so much for making time to join us, everyone. We do appreciate your time. The recording will be made available on YouTube tomorrow, and the link will be shared on our WhatsApp page. If you want to join our community on WhatsApp, please just type www.legacyqueens.com and thelegacyqueens.com, and you'll be able to be added to the page. Strictly for women for now. Thank you. Take care. Mwah. Bye, Bye, everyone.